Morning to everyone from sunny Spain. Set to be a very warm one today. So there's already some tutorial games that I've uploaded recently, and as a shout out to Nid Pool League, who have agreed to upload some of my videos, in view of some of the comments I've been making to the guys on there, thought I'd show you my table and my equipment that I use. Thought that might be interesting at this stage. So this is my table. It's an old pub style table. It's a Sam Atlantic, which I think, yeah. So I don't know whether you can see that Pool Atlantic there, and it is and was built as an outdoor table. So it's a very solid construction. Obviously it was in Spain as well when I bought it, so it's built to withstand, you know, the heat more than anything. We don't get a lot of rain here, but I do have a big cover for it. I've had it covered 3 times now. I've had the table about 3 years. Started off with blue, and then I went to red, and now, because a lot of the pros now play on these Supreme tables with a nice grey cloth, I thought, hey, why not? I'll have a grey cloth next. It is, I'll try and get close down to the cloth. It is a super fine cloth. There is absolutely no nap on the cloth, so it is super fast. I'm going to put the tripod on, and hopefully you will be able to see some of the equipment. Just make a slight alteration to this leg. Apologies for this. I am not David Bailey by any stretch of the imagination. So, what do I use? First of all, I think I've mentioned to a lot of the guys in the Nid Pool League that I use Aramith Belgian Pro Cup pool balls. Obviously the reds and yellows, 2-inch. They are the finest pool balls that you can buy, believe me. With the striped 8-ball now, which you see all the pros use. I also have a golden 8-ball, because hey, why not? The spotted white, and again, it seems pretentious to have a spotted white, but honestly it's not, particularly for practice. I mean, obviously I play with it all the time, but I can see either when I'm playing or when I'm practicing or when I'm doing certain shots, I know the amount of side I'm putting on a ball, because obviously you can see the effect of that with the red spots on the white. So 2-inch object balls, 1 3/4 inch white ball, so it does react very differently, but you get a tons more reaction out of these Pro Cup Aramith balls than I'm positive any of you guys are getting just with a set of standard balls that you would find in the pub. And honestly guys, they are not a king's ransom. I mean, I got a nice case with mine, you know, because I think it's great, because sometimes I'll be out elsewhere and I'll take my balls with me. And I think, you know, for the balls and the case, something like 90 quid. I mean, you can obviously keep shopping around on Amazon or eBay. Someone might be selling a set. I have 2 sets. I have my general ones that I play with all the time, day by day, and I have another set that's virtually brand new that I will just you know, play with on special occasions. So that's the balls. Also have Aramith ball cleaner and Aramith ball restorer. And again, you might think that's pretentious. It's not, believe me. The balls come up fantastically well with this ball restorer, and then you just put a nice shine on them again with the Aramith ball cleaner. And I mean, I don't know whether you can see how much I've used there. Probably a fifth of a bottle in 3 years, and these are something like, you know, 15 quid a bottle, but you know, these will probably last me about 10 years. So you know, it's absolutely pennies when you start to work it out. Let's go to my cue. I have several cues. I have a one piece which I'm not sure how well this will show up on the video until I play it back. But this is a one piece, 58 inches. It is a Perodon Vector. I love Perodon cues. I also have, so I'll show you what's in my actual case. This case is from a 3/4 inch, 3/4 butt cues, and these are different. These are both Perodon Comets. So I have two here. 3/4 inch, 3/4 butt, sorry, keep saying 3/4 inch, I do apologise. Perodon Comet. What I was saying to some of the guys in the pool league was, as is the case with a lot of pubs, I think I made a comment just this morning. I was watching a video from one of you guys. You know, why on earth, the rooms are often too small, but then they have seating all the way around the table, you know, and players having to get into some, you know, be sort of contortionists to play some shots. And certainly, you know, I've seen them use a 3/4 butt cue and take the whole end of the butt off, you know, just literally play with this tiny little section of cue. Now, I have this, and it is a Perodon make. Again, it's a little mini butt. But the difference with this one is, I don't know whether you can see the joint, but it's kind of solid brass. So it's weighted, it's a weighted joint. And when you put that on, you attach that, yes, you get a smaller cue, but honestly, because of the weight in that mini butt, it feels and plays, you know, just like your normal cue. And obviously you're using a very short sort of bridge, and it is a much shorter cue, but you can at least play a genuine shot with it. So that's the mini butt, and they do you know, just a standard black mini butt, but you know, you don't often get them weighted. That I bought especially from a shop in Manchester actually, and because it's weighted, as I say, it does play very much like your own cue, your full size cue. What else can we show you? I always wear a glove, and again, I know what you're going to be thinking. Well, you know, who the hell is this guy? Does he think he's a professional? No, I'm not. But I can assure you that playing out here in Spain, it is so hot during the summer that it's virtually impossible to, you know, run a cue through your bridge hand in the summer. It is really, guys, it is so hot. So I play with a glove primarily for that reason. But I play a lot of snooker as well now. There is a snooker club in Mahaka, and I've got so used to wearing a glove, even though that room is indoors and it's air conditioned. I still play with a glove because it feels almost unnatural now not to play with a glove on. And again, primarily for snooker, but I do wear these ones for pool as well. I've got another pair of specs for snooker, but you know, I've got a pair of the old don't know whether you can see me there. I'll just put the, so I've got a pair of the Dennis Taylor specs for those of you old enough to remember the 1985 world champion Dennis Taylor. And again, it seems pretentious, but you know, I've got myopia, guys, and not too bad for pool with my standard specs on. But for snooker, with a pair of specs on, I'm looking over the specs and I can't see the end of the table. Nothing like. So I, you know, had those prescription specs made up for me. For the table, I just used, you know, the standard green triangle. Virtually everybody uses that. I do use the new Teom, however you pronounce that, 2.0, the much softer chalk for snooker, because it doesn't leave a lot of debris on the snooker table. However, for my pool table, I use green triangle, and when I play, it's my table, so I take care of it, and virtually after every frame I give it a wipe down if there's chalk marks on it, etc. So, anything else to say? Not really. I hope that was instructional. Oh, the cues, the Peridon cues, I bought in the UK, and again I paid around about the £200 mark for my cues. They're lovely cues, and I just think, you know, if you're keen on the game, I'm an old guy, but I love the game. I've loved the game of snooker, and some more snooker obviously in my younger days, but as I've got older, pool has become a much easier game to play for me. My snooker prowess is very poor. I'm not saying my pool's brilliant, but it far exceeds my abilities at snooker. And I like to use good equipment. I'm not saying it's the very best equipment. I honestly don't think there are any better pool balls than the Pro Cup Aramith. Virtually all of the professionals play with a set of balls like this, and you know, if they were £1,000, then yes, I might think again, but they're not. You know, I think you can just get a set of balls. I've seen them on Amazon for as little as sort of £65, which you know, I don't think is a big deal if you're using them in the league, even if you only got that set of balls out when you played your league matches. Again, I'm addressing comments to the mid-pool league, because when I upload this, I mean, hopefully, you know, I'll make a mention of you guys as I have, and you'll have a look at the video. So yes, the balls I believe are the best that money can buy, and not a king's ransom. The pool cues, obviously, you could pay an awful lot more. You could get, you know, you could get John Paris to build you a pool cue. I acquired second hand, actually, just as an aside. My snooker cue is a what they call a John Paris special cue. Now, I paid €400 for that cue here in Spain. However, to have had that cue made for me, it was made for someone specially, hence the name Special Cue, who not the seller, but the seller who acquired it said that this guy was very tall, and I said, well, how tall? He said 6'4", and I said, well, I'm 6'4". So he said, well, this cue should be perfect for you, and it is. It's a 61 inch. Now, you know, often you'll get a 58 inch even in a snooker cue, so it is ideal for me. And I've been on the John Paris site, and there's an option there to build your own cue, and I put all the specifications of this cue in, and it comes out at, you know, something like 1100, 1200 pounds. So, you know, I've got a John Paris cue for a third of that, which is fabulous. I mean, I wish I could, dearly wish I could play with it, but anyway, it's a lovely, lovely cue. So I'll just bring the video around again. So there we go, and this little sort of trot round the table and my terrace. I would have really, really loved a 7x4 table. Unfortunately, I've got the length because my terrace, this is on the top terrace of our duplex here in Spain. I've got the whole length running along, so lengthwise not an issue, but widthwise here from the wall to the table meant that yes, I could physically get a 7x4 table in here, but I will be playing so many shots either with my mini butt on. I mean, often I've also made myself just a small, it came with a couple of sort of gas cues to the table, and I made myself again with one of my mini butts, my other mini butts off the other Peridon cues. I made myself a small cue, and rather than keep unscrewing and screwing on another mini butt, I just have a small cue made. And very rare that I need to use the small cue, because as I say, with it being 6x3, I can virtually get around the table. It's only when I'm playing, see if I can demonstrate. Sorry, this is turning out to be a longer video than I intended. But if I'm playing literally a shot side to side, and the white is literally, you know, up against the cush, then yes, I'm having to raise the butt to that level. So with my smaller cue that I've made, I can still get the cue laterally, and I've still got enough backswing for most, to play any kind of shot that I need to really with the small cue. Don't know whether I mentioned, I think I've said the table, obviously I acquired it. It was second hand. It has been built when it was new. I mean, now to replace this table brand new would cost in the region of £3,500. Again, I paid €1,200 for it, so the exchange rate at the time made it around about £1,100, that's all. So again, fantastic table. It will outlive me. It will outlive several generations if it's looked after, because the table itself is so solid. Obviously it will need recovering. The last time I had it recovered, I also had the rubbers replaced, because again, the drawback here in Spain, if there is a if it is a drawback, is the heat, and so the rubbers were tending to perish. I mean, the table itself, I don't know whether the rubbers had ever been replaced, but it was a table when I acquired it that was about 12 years old. It's getting on for 15 years old now. So I don't think the rubbers had been replaced, and certainly one of them was starting to become dead. So last time I had it recovered, I had the rubbers done as well. The recovering cost me around about €250 if I just recover the table. I had rubbers and recovering last time, and he did me a little deal, and he did me all of that for €400. So I mean, I'm very happy with that. I mean, hey, I'm now officially an old age pensioner. So this is my, my pride and joy and my hobby. It has given me so much pleasure, guys. I cannot even begin to tell you. So, yeah. Do I begrudge, spending the money I've spent on all of this equipment and the table? No, not a single solitary euro or pound. do I regret spending. It's, as I say, given me enormous fun. Okay guys, I'm probably boring you to death by now, so I will leave it there, and we'll probably do some demonstration videos as well later, just showing you some pool practice routines again. Thanks for that guys, cheers now.